Today I'm going to read a story called The 329th Friend. This goes along with the Bridges curriculum. We read it when we start Module 3 of Unit 6. Emery Raccoon woke up, dragged himself out of bed, and made a face. "Another day with Emery Raccoon," he said. "Who needs it?" Emery looked in the mirror. Blah. "The thought of spending another day with myself makes me want to go to bed." Sounds like quarantine. Emery went to his kitchen and ate a dish of cold mashed potatoes. There's only one thing more boring than cold mashed potatoes: me. Emery looked out the window. Maybe there is somebody out there who will think I'm more fun than cold mashed potatoes, he said. Maybe there is somebody out there who will come over here and be my friend. Emery got dressed and went out. "I'll invite somebody over," he said. "Or a couple of somebodies. Maybe 3 would be nice. 4 would be even better. 5 would be almost as good as 6. Emery thought for a while. Then he invited 329 guests to lunch. 328 new friends and rotten old me, he said. Then Emery peeled 329 potatoes. He picked 329 bunches of vegetables, cracked and cooked 329 eggs, and baked 329 tarts. I hope nobody wants seconds, he thought. And if you're working on the math journal page and it talks about these characters and 329, you might be so confused. So hopefully you watched this first. I hope nobody wants seconds, he thought. Emery went to his yard and set some tables. "I'm glad I own a lot of tables, dishes, and glasses, and silverware," he said, as he set 329 spoons, 329 forks, and 329 knives. "And now for the napkins." "I don't have any napkins." "Oh well," said Emery, as he cut up 12 bed sheets into little neat squares. After, he picked 329 bouquets of flowers and put them in 329 vases on the tables. Emery heard a loud noise. "My new friends are coming," he said. "It sounds like an army. A big, friendly army. Rumble, rumble." Emery's guests arrived one by one in pairs, 3, 4s, 5s, 10s, 20s, and 50s. "Hello, Possum," said Emery. "Hello, Squirrel," said Emery. "Hello, Bear and Baby Bear. Hello, Spider. Hello, Toads. Hello, Porcupine and Porcupine. Hello, Goose. Hello, Squirrel. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, yellow, yellow, yellow. "Glad to see you," said Emery 328 times. "Glad you could come, and come, and come, and come, and come." Emery's guests swarmed over every inch of space, and when they all talked at one time, it sounded like a great roar. A great, friendly roar, thought Emery. Emery's guest sat down to eat. Munch, crunch, chew, bite, swallow, gulp. It certainly sounds different than one raccoon eating mashed potatoes all by himself, thought Emery. Emery sat down at the head of the longest table and started to eat. "Please pass the ketchup," he said, but nobody answered him. "Please pass the ketchup," said Emery in a louder voice, but still nobody answered him. "Ketchup!" yelled Emery. Nobody paid any attention to him. Maybe eggs taste better without ketchup, thought Emery as he looked down at his eggs. Then he turned towards Owl, who was sitting right next to him. "Eggs taste better without ketchup," said Emery, but Owl was talking to Mouse. Emery turned to his left. "Have you ever eaten eggs without ketchup?" he asked Possum. But Possum was busy munching and crunching. Maybe it is easier to talk to everybody than somebody, thought Emery. I will stand up and everybody will notice. Emery stood up. Ahem, he said. Nobody looked at Emery. Every raccoon is speaking, yelled Emery. But everyone just kept on talking and eating and eating and talking. Emery gnashed his teeth. I cooked, I set tables, I picked flowers, I cut up sheets. I worked my paws to the bone, but nobody talks to me. Everyone has a friend here but me. Emery picked up his dishes, his glass, his silverware, his napkins, and his vase of flowers. Excuse me, he said to his 328 guests, even though he knew no one would listen to him. Emery went inside and spread the tablecloth on the floor. He took a bottle of ketchup from the refrigerator and put it on the tablecloth. Then he carefully placed his dishes and glass, next to the ketchup. He set his silverware in neat rows beside his dishes. He placed the vase of flowers in the center of the tablecloth. Then he turned on his record player to soft music. He tucked his napkin under his chin. Then he picked up his fork and started to eat. Everything looks tasty, Emery, he said. Glad you think so, Emery. Please pass the ketchup, Emery. My pleasure, Emery. Fine meal. You're a perfect host, Emery. And you're a perfect guest, Emery. Thank you, Emery. Emery hummed to the music while he ate. I have a good hum, he said. I should hum more often. He told himself a joke in his head, and he laughed. I should tell myself a joke more often, he said. He thought about interesting things. He hadn't thought about it in a long time. He made up an exciting story, but he saved the ending for another day to surprise himself. When Emery finished eating, he leaned back. I am full of something good, and it's more than lunch. I am full of myself. What a good friend I am. I know what I'm thinking. I know what I'm feeling. I'm quiet, but I hum nicely. I even have fine table manners. I am an exactly right friend. How lucky am I to have a friend such as me? Suddenly, Emery remembered his guest. He ran outside humming. Emery, shouted his guest, where have you been? My name is Bayard, said Owl. That's a nice hum you have. And your eggs taste fine without ketchup, definitely, said Possum. I'm Rosalind, and you set a great table. I agree, said Mouse. Alonzo Mouse here. I was just asking, where is our friend Emery? Well, as you see, your friend Emery, Raccoon, is right here, said Emery with a smile. Thank you. After lunch, each of Emery's 328 friends said, thank you, Emery. And some said, please come to my house very soon. I will, said Emery. Emery said goodbye to a Bayard Owl, Rosalind Possum, Alonzo Mouse, the Goat Twins, Zachary and Wackery, Mrs. Elephant, and her son Maurice, Anastasia, and Joe Toad, the Barbara Spider family, Irving Fox, Majori and Mitchell Mouse, the John Chipmunk Jug Band, Miss Amogan Squirrel, and all his other new friends. Have a safe trips home, he said. Then he got to work. Everybody used the main dish, and a dessert dish, and a glass, he said. That's 3 times 329, which is 987. Everybody used a fork, a knife, a spoon. That's another 987. So I have 1,974 things to wash and 329 squares of torn up sheets to clean and approximately 100,000 crumbs to sweep. But it's worth it. Today I found a good friend I never noticed before. Today, Emery Raccoon found Emery Raccoon. Emery washed and cleaned and swept into the night. When he was all finished, Emery had some tea and toast with his 329th friend and thought what good company he was.